YouTubers, so this is the second video, pardon me, of the Sigil-Craft miniseries. Almost forgot. And this one, we're going to actually start going into what I mentioned as the subcategories, the word, pictorial, logical. So we're going to go into the word intention sigils. Now, the first thing that's important about doing these word sigils, or phrase sigils is probably the more correct term, is the intention statement. And this is one of the key things that makes them different from the other ones, because while they can look similar, the other two don't call for this component. Okay. So it's a 8-step process to craft the intention statement. And I'm gonna go over it with y'all. I got my little example paper as well as my note paper. So, the first step is to write the experience. This is your want, your desire. And the way you write it is, I will, and I like to write in all capital letters for this, it just makes it easier to read later. I will into my life the experience of, and I also like to put spaces, and I'll show you in a minute, experience of ... You write down whatever it is. I suggest you either keep it to 1 to 3 words or 1 to 3 really simple concepts or phrases. Okay, that way it doesn't get off into a run-off sentence. So I will into my life the experience of, and I'm gonna do it based off of like YouTube and with y'all. So I was thinking about putting like a number, but then I was like, no, I want this channel to continue to grow. I want our, our community and our YouTube family to grow. So I decided to, instead of putting a specific number, abundant subscribers. So that way, it doesn't stop once it hits that number. Abundant whoops. And, hold on, let me write this word real quick. Subscribers, comma. And that one reason, okay, I don't know what just happened, but my phone just shut off. So anyway, as I was saying, one reason why I'm doing it this way about like abundant subscribers, which could sound kind of cliche to some, is because there are some people, even probably in the witchy community, that want to build up their channel. It's fun. It's fun to build up a channel. It's fun to have people to talk to and share craft experiences, and it's all about the whole community building. So that's why I decided to write these words just so we can include it in this example. Alright, so it's I will into my life the experience of abundant subscribers, quality video content, or quality videos, let's just put quality videos to not make it so wordy, and protection. Now, as spiritual, magical folk, y'all know that we want to be protected, because of, trolls and all that bullshit. Not to mention EMFs that come off of our electronic devices. So, I will into my life the experience of abundant subscribers, quality videos, and protection. That's not the end of the sentence, okay? So that's just the want portion of the sentence. Alright, and then the next portion, step 2, is to write actually step 2 and 3 are both counter-preventative measures. Actually, no, step 3 is the counter-preventative measure, sorry. My notes are a little scrambly. So, step 2 is the expression. This is how you're going to vibrate and express in order to receive the want, okay? I guess that could be a counter-preventative measure. It's basically you dictating to yourself, I'm going to be like this in order to be in alignment with what experience I wish to have, okay? And I usually keep it as in which I express love, joy, peace, and abundance. That's usually how because I feel like they kind of apply to everything. And I'm actually considering maybe like, because I kind of feel like the state of being for love, joy, peace, and abundance is bliss. So I'm kind of, but then again, I already have the word bliss in there, so, but we're just going to leave it. We're going to stick true right now. So, step 2 is writing in which I express whatever it is you wish to express. I'd keep it from 3 to 5 words. In that case, I would say, I would go with words, not phrases that time. So I will into my life the experience of abundant subscribers, quality videos, and protection in which I express love, joy, peace, and abundance. And this is a compound sentence, so we're going to put the comma for the second half. It won't be a run-on sentence, I promise. It will be if you add too many words or phrases to it, but, you know, if you stick to, like, the 3 or 5 word method, it should be fine. And quite frankly, it doesn't really matter if it's a run-off sentence. Sorry, I just need to adjust because I'm getting a cramp. Oof. It doesn't really matter if it's a run-off sentence because, you're going to be canceling out a lot of the letters and, in turn, some of the words anyway. So, and no English teacher is going to be reading this either, so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, so right now, we have step 1 and 2 done, which is the experience and your expression. So it reads, I will into my life the experience of abundant subscribers, quality videos, and protection in which I express love, joy, peace, and abundance. Now we're going to write the other counter prevention, which is the demonstration. This is not you... Oh, no, that's the next step, sorry. So this is basically saying how you're going to demonstrate what it is you're feeling and expressing. So the expression is the feeling, okay? And y'all know, if you remember my 3 essentials of magic, I talked about how the flow, what keeps magic moving, is the emotion. That's the water, essentially. So that's that. And then the focus, which is, in this case, your intent, that is kind of like the purpose of the magic. Sorry, my eyes, I guess, are dry or something. So, we're going to write the demonstration, which is, and I do it in. So we have, I will into my life the experience of ... in which I express ... and I do it in ... And I usually like to go with and I don't understand why this keeps turning off. Alright, so moving on, we go into the manifestation experience portion. This is step 4. This is to ease the mind, to ease the mind and not have it worry. Because y'all know, like, the ego mind likes to say, how's this gonna happen? How's this gonna happen? I don't know how it's gonna happen. I'm not in control. How's it gonna happen? And so, this is to kind of, like, shut that down from the beginning so it doesn't even happen. Alright? And so this, so basically we go on to say, this unfolds with the blank. Now, I like to go through these words because I feel it covers all the bases. This unfolds with the greatest of ease, grace, joy, and joy, miraculously. This unfolds with the greatest of ease, grace, and miraculously. And if you don't feel comfortable using the word miraculously, you can say divinely. Or if you're more secular atheist, you could say sublimely. Or just leave out the word. Because you don't need it. Number 5 is the caveat. And this is to kind of basically leave room for any other possible conducive, productive, beneficial blessings that could come with whatever it is you're manifesting, and or come in instead of what you're manifesting because it's better for you. Okay? So, I like to say, for this and more bliss, than I can ever ask for, or even imagine. Period. Again, you don't really have to write your periods, it doesn't matter. That's just me. And number 6, you're going to write your gratitude statement. So I always like to say, I am eternally, because you're speaking to, like, collective conscious, the Black Madonna, spirit, source, ether, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. So I like to say eternally as to vibratorily, or to reflect in a vibrational frequency the same as, it's supposed to be a same vibrational frequency, so it's like, it's an everlasting thing that is the universe, so my gratitude shall be everlasting, or eternal, if that made any sense. I'm eternally grateful to have received this blessing And the only reason why I'm putting blessing is for the mindset thing. Okay, because to me, I haven't really made a video yet, but I kind of feel I really go along with what Mercy Lewis from Salem, the TV series, said. In every blessing there is a curse, and with every curse there is a blessing. It's something along those lines. And it's really about a matter of perspective. So I'll do a video talking more deeply about that, but so writing the word blessing is more to just put in a specific focus and perception of it. This is something I want, something I enjoy. All right, so that was the 6th step. So the 7th step is the closure. And so then I just like to say, so mote it be. You can put ashe, you can put amen. It just helps to put the mind at close and realize, okay, we have completed all we said. The closure is also a verbal, or in this case, a written form of release. So you're releasing the hold of the focus, so that way it goes out and can come back as a manifestation. And then the 8th step is to just design it. All right. Now, before we start going to the designing, I want to talk about hybrid Hebrew and Latin methods. So, basically, the Hebrew method, the reason why I call it the Hebrew method is because you take out all the vowels. So you cross out vowels and repeated consonants, and then with whatever letters you have left, you design your sigil. The Latin method, you cross out only the repeated consonants. Actually, it's supposed to say repeated consonants and repeated vowels, but I forgot to write that. So, repeated consonants and vowels, or repeated vowels and repeated consonants, more specifically. And then you convert them to the alphanumerical chart. So, the alphanumerical chart is this. So, you have 1 through 9, and then you do A through I for the first row, J through R for the second row, and then S through Z for the third row, and that only goes up to 8. Okay, so this is how it's going to look. And then you convert those letters to the numbers, and then you design your sigil on the number wheel. Now I'm going to put a video for that links you to Magical Crafting's channel, because this is a way that she actually made sigils, and she uses this number wheel, and it's gonna look like this. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I forget 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops. Well, I done forgot to put 6. Oh, well. So, mine is not a very good example. So, definitely look at hers, and she'll have the number wheel on there. And basically what you do is, whatever first letter you're starting with, that'll be the one that you start with. Now, I understood that you start off with a black dot on the number that corresponds to the first letter, and then a circle for the closure. Okay? That's how I understood it. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. So, that's how I used to do things, but then I realized I was never really using the Latin method because I don't like how the sigils come out on this. That would be fine if you don't care about aesthetics. I care about aesthetics when it comes to my sigils. I mean, let me just show you some of them. So, like, that's one of my sigils right there. What else? This is, like, another couple of sigils. So, I like to care about the aesthetics. And y'all probably remember, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw my phone sigil. But this is another one. And here's another one. So, I care about the aesthetics when it comes to my sigils. I really like to make it look nice. Because I tend to see my sigils, and I just like them to look nice. I feel like it puts intention, and it puts the emotional part in your sigil, which helps feed and fuel it. Alright, so, I'm going to go through with y'all. This is our intention statement. I will into my life the experience of abundant subscribers, quality videos, and protection in which I express love, joy, peace, and abundance, and do it in elegance, excellence, opulence, and abundance. This unfolds with the greatest of ease, grace, and joy miraculously. For this and more bliss than I can ever ask for or even imagine, I am eternally grateful to have received this blessing, so mote it be. Alright, so, first thing you do, now, the way I'm going over it is what I used to call the hybrid method. I've since done away with the Hebrew and Latin methods because I don't use them, and I don't like them. So it is a little more heavy on the Hebrew method because that's the one I tend to do, but the part that makes it similar to the Latin method is because I actually will keep the vowels. Whatever vowels are in the intention statement, I keep them. And that's the help in case I want to turn this later on into a mantrical sigil. Now, in this case, it would probably be a long mantra, as opposed to the standard, 1, 2, 3 words. Sorry, I'm adjusting again because I'm getting another cramp. Alright, much better. So first thing I'm going to do is, you look at the first letter. So the first one's always going to be an I. Okay? And since, if you follow this system, you will always have the beginning statement start with, I will into my life the experience of. So all those letters will be the first ones, and you just cross out repeated ones. So I'm crossing out all the I's, and normally I like to do this with separate ink just so it stands out. But we'll just use this one because I don't feel like getting up. Alright, and so that's pretty much what you do. You're gonna have all these crossed out letters, and then you just do it with the rest of the letters. So I'm gonna go and do the rest on here, just so I'm not taking up time. And then I'll come back with the crossed out letters and tell you what we're gonna do next. Alright, so I got all my letters crossed out and the ones circled that we're keeping. Now, this is a very, well, it's optional step, but I find it makes it so much easier when crafting your sigil because you see what letters have what shapes and it keeps it all together. So I have found that letters fit in, I believe it's 3, maybe 4 groupings. And so we have the ones that are vertical and horizontal. So I'll write those out. I-L. And then I like to cross those out. So that way I know that I've written them down at the bottom. And when you're first doing this, you want them to be very boxy, very, you know, so that way you can define, you know, like, make them like this, very angular. So if the letter is supposed to be angular, make it angular. Don't get lazy with it, because, and I know it's going to be nitpicky, I just said it, an English teacher isn't looking at it, but this, writing it this way, not being lazy, is going to help you see the shapes more. So focus more on writing the letters correctly, not worrying about the punctuality and well, you do want to worry about the grammar because you're using those letters. So make sure the spelling is correct and make sure you're writing out the letters the way that they're true. So think of it almost like you're doing kindergarten or preschool, learning how to write the letters again. And I'm going to show you them once I am done collecting all the letters. Alright, so the first ones are the vertical ones, and this is kind of the grouping. So you see they all have this, so like there's an L in the I form, there's the I and H are the same, there's an F in the E form, there's also an upside down L in the F form, there's an L in the T form. So basically you could do, you could draw the letter I or H and put a line in the middle, and you would literally have all of these letters. Just that simple. So I like to do that because then it's like, okay, so I'm going to fixate more on maybe using the I or H form, oh, sorry, and maybe putting a line in there or something. And then by default, these will be taken care of. And so that just lets me know that that if I want more formation, I can pull from these, but they won't be necessary because they'll be included already, if that made any sense. So next one I'll go over is the angular letters. So that's ones like W and V, W, N, and M, Y, X, oh, A, the letter A. So in this case, make sure you're doing a pointed A, not a curved one. I also like to write in capital letters if I didn't say that already. There's the V. And so then that'll be this. And again, you can see that the M is an upside down, W vice versa. N by default is in there. V is by default in there. You could add another like upside down or right side up V, depending on the M or W that you're using. Then you'll have the X. You could do a line added here, and then you'll have your A, or do a line from the M or from the W, and you'll have a Y. So it's the M, in this case, kind of like H and I, could take care of the majority of the letters with a slight alteration. The M and W are the same way. And so it just, that's why I like to do it this way. This extra step really helps with just like whipping out the sigil formation. And then I do the curved letters. So this will be things like O and Q. What else? C. Oh, K is one of the angle letters as well, because that's technically how it's supposed to be written. Almost forgot. G. Now, you can write the little tail on the G, or you can write it without. That I don't really feel that's gonna mess up too much, or mess with you too much, rather. What else? And then, so I also include a B in this curved letter. So I know that I saw a B on here. So, oh, there it is. U, whoops. U and D. U and D. Where's R? I know there was an R. There's the R. R and P. And S. And J. Alright, let's make sure all the circled letters are accounted for. There's the C. Okay, so I was right. It's only like 3 groupings. So the curved letters will sometimes have some flat parts to them. Okay, but like B has R in it, it has P in it. You can get rid of the top hat for J. In fact, I don't usually write the top hat for J. So feel free to add that if you want. Q has O in it, it also has C, it has G, actually. Because if you put it on like its side, you will, where's the Q? So it will be kind of like a connected G. So it's like G. You see that? So that's kind of how that works. I love doing that. It really helps with the creation process. Once you get to that step, once you get to that step, it's really just about manipulating the letter forms into making it one cohesive sigil. And I'm gonna do that on the back side of this paper. I'm also gonna do that off camera because it's gonna take me some time, because I'm actually making a real sigil, y'all. This isn't just an example. I mean, it is an example, but it's not like a loosey-goosey throwaway example. It's a real one that I'm gonna use in my practice. So, sorry, I couldn't wait till the end. I'm getting really thirsty with all this talking. But, yeah, so I'm gonna go off camera, and I'm gonna play with the letters, and I'm gonna make myself a sigil, or make us a sigil, and then I'll come back and show you, most likely, the variations of its stages of being designed. So, stay tuned. Alright, there was a bit of a pause, because my roommate came back, and I was still working on crafting the sigil. But I'm gonna work on trying to actually finish sharing with y'all the rest of this second video. So basically all I have to do is, I think, show you the actual, not footage, the style of me trying to make it. So this is kind of like the beginning. I think that was the first one, and then that was the second, third, fourth, and then I started going into this thing. I was starting off with the letter Q, and then like trying to do, then I was thinking about maybe doing like the YouTube Play logo thing, but in the end I ended up coming up with this. So this is our sigil for the intention statement. I will into my life the experience of abundance, subscribers, quality videos, and protection in which I express love, joy, peace, and abundance. and I do it in elegance, excellence, opulence, and abundance. This unfolds with the greatest of ease, grace, and joy miraculously. For this and more bliss than I can ever ask for or even imagine, I am eternally grateful to have received this blessing, so mote it be. That is the intention statement, and this is the sigil. If any of y'all have an idea of how I can, like, make this, I think what I might do is I might try and draw this and then share it on, like, Instagram, maybe on the Facebook page. That way y'all can download it on there. I can't promise you it's gonna look good, because I don't know how to do, like, app online drawing stuff. But, that's the sigil. That's pretty much what a word sigil would look. There really is no symbolic, shape to it, to be honest. I'm thinking about maybe tweaking it a bit more, maybe adding, like, some dots or something along the side. I haven't decided just yet. But yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. So, I'm sorry this one was so choppy. It was getting to the point where I had a lot on storage, so it was kind of cutting off, and then me having to stop so I could really focus and get those done. I'm gonna try and edit it so it looks a little more fluid, but that's pretty much it. That is a intention word sigil. And the next video we will be talking about, what are we gonna talk about? I forgot. Oh, the next video is gonna be on pictorial sigils, and I'm gonna try and come up with one with y'all. So we're gonna talk about kind of the basics of it and how you can come up with it and all that good stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this. As always, thank y'all for watching. If you want, you can call me, or it's better to text me, but you can call me on this public number that I'm trying out to try and kind of reach out with y'all more and get some, you know, there's a lot going on. There's not a lot of socializing that's able to be done, so some people might be a little sad. So if you want to talk, maybe, you know, we can drink together on the phone. I don't know, given that you're 21 and older. That's very important. Okay, so the number will be in the description box below, and the link to the Sigil-Craft playlist will be in the description box below, so that way if you've missed any videos, you can just refer to that playlist and then watch any that you've missed. As always, thank y'all for watching. Abundant and eternal blessings. Mwah.